We have a visitor in our studio for a good reason. This is Bradley Lautenbach from the company Light, and he's holding one device which is coming to the European market at the same moment we are talking. So Bradley, please tell us more about the L16 and what is the purpose of the camera you have holding in your hand, the target group, and so on and so forth.
Yep, so this is the L16 camera. It's a computational camera, multi-aperture. There's actually 16 cameras in this device, 5 at 28 millimeters, 5 at 70 millimeters, and 6 at 150 millimeters. So this gives you 5x optical zoom in a form factor that fits in your pocket. It gives 52 megapixels of resolution, total control over depth of field, really great low light. We're just really excited about bringing this to the market, especially in Germany.
You started already 2 years ago, so that the complete design was 2 years in the past. You have announced that, and now, since when is it device finally ready for sale?
So it's ready for sale in Europe on March 19th. We started shipping to our US pre-order customers last summer. So it's been 2 years in the making, but it's really a new device, and it runs Android. So it fits for here. Wi-Fi enabled, so it gets software updates over the air, and it's really ready to go.
There has been some controversial stuff going on in the reviews. They're saying, okay, the hardware is the final version, but the software is a beta and it's not fulfilling the promises you have set out.
I think if you go back to the beginning of any groundbreaking technology, the early reviews are always mixed. If you go back to the first iPhone, there were things that were great about it. There were things that were not so great about it. The good news about this camera, unlike any other camera, is it's getting monthly software updates. So every month we ship a new feature. It gets faster, more performant, more reliable. Software is never done, right? And as long as you have a software-enabled device, it's always going to be getting better. We feel like we're very close to meeting the promises we made when we started talking about this product 2 years ago, and it's very exciting. We're seeing amazing photographs being taken by people all over the world, and we really think it's ready to start seeing more of the world.
Okay, 16 cameras are inside. How does it work? Does it all completely fire up at once, or is it a system behind that, a logical system behind that, how that matches up my needs and what I want to take as a picture?
There is a ton of intelligence in the L16. So when you take one picture, the camera actually takes 10, depending on where you're zoomed. So if you're at 28, we take 5 at 28 and 5 at 70 millimeters. And those 70 millimeter cameras are the ones delivering the high resolution. We have a sophisticated algorithm that takes all of these images, all of that data, all that light, puts it together into one very high quality output image.
How do you then do your workflow on your computer, or it is all in the device themselves? So as I'm walking around with a so compact camera, I want to get things done pretty fast and maybe also share it into my social networks. Yep. How do we do that with that?
So you can process on the device at social resolution right now, 13 megapixels, which is bigger than most social networks will allow at any rate. That's pretty good quality. To get the full power of the L16, you'll go to our desktop app called Lumen, and that's where you'll get the full 52 megapixels of resolution and all of the depth editing. In the long term, all of that processing is coming to the device. It's just a work in process, and we do that with software updates every month. So you'll see new things start to roll into the camera on a monthly basis.
From the hardware side, there are some components inside which are not activated at the moment. There are the touch button at the back, right, and also the microphone and the headphone jack. So you have also already announced that the video capability of the device, so 4K. How does it work, and when will it be activated by Light?
That's right. We packed a bunch of hardware in here that we're turning on over time, much like Tesla enables new features in their cars on a rolling basis. The touch strip on the back will become active this summer. We'll add 4K video this summer. That's single sensor video at 28, 70, or 150 millimeters. And at that time, the sound functions will come to life. So you'll be able to record audio using the mic jack and monitor it when you play back out of the speaker.
There's also one component on that L16, which is pretty interesting, the connector at the bottom. So you have said already that there will be a bunch of accessories there. Are there already some kind of hints there? What kind of accessory you are developing at the moment and bring it to the market to the users?
Sure. We've heard a ton of feedback from our audience, and we take that very seriously, that people want something a little more ergonomic. We know that a lot of travelers prefer the minimalist form factor of the L16 as it is, but if you're going to be out shooting all day and you want something a little grippier, we're going to develop a battery grip. So that'll have a bit more heft on the side. It'll connect to the camera through the bottom accessories interface, transfer power, and also data. So we could add more manual controls to such a grip. That's in development now. We're hoping to have that out later this year.
Mm-hmm. Later this year, or better said, walking into the future, or better said, let's take a look on the smartphone side. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of devices out now with a minimum of 2 cameras. One is coming with triple cameras. It is rumored, not fixed yet. How do you see the competition from the smartphone market with the multiple camera system? Is it a challenge for you that you haven't foreseen now?
It's not a challenge at all. In fact, I am excited about it. What the smartphone makers are doing is educating the global audience that more cameras is better. And I think so if we bought that 2 is better than 1 and 3 is better than 2, I don't think anyone's arguing that 16 is better than any of those numbers. But you can easily see the smartphones adding a module and another module and another module in an arms race to get to better image quality. So I think in the next few years, you're going to start to see smartphones, especially at the flagship level, with 4, 5, 6, 7 modules on them and really, really incredible images coming out of them.
Looking at the startups, a lot of startups has got some kind of, let's call it, exit strategy by, okay, we have got an idea, we have a proof of concept that it works, and we are waiting for a big company to jump in and take the intellectual property and buy us out of. How is the approach of Light there? Are you waiting for that exit strategy, or is it more, okay, we have got a system here and we want to sell it also to other industry parts?
The exit strategy at Light is to enable as many people as possible to take better pictures, whether that's in a standalone device like the L16 or in a smartphone with a larger array on it. We'll also license the technology wherever it's applicable, wherever you would want small, high-quality, long focal length optics. You think about the applications like security, both in home and in public, automotive, where cars need to drive themselves and see far down the road and resolve fine details, aerial photography and other imaging, so drones, lightweight, long focal length optics, really important there. So we'll work with partners in all of those spaces in the long term, but we really are on a mission to bring high quality imaging to as many people in as many sectors as possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are there any partners you can already talk about from this kind of licensing partners?
Not yet. We have a lot of friends. A lot of people have seen the promise of this technology, and we're really excited to be partnered with some of the world's best brands in technology and consumer applications. More coming. I think we'll have a few announcements later this year that are going to be very exciting, but right now we're focused on the L16, improving this and getting this into as many hands as possible.
Okay. Smartphones, obviously, are a lot of there are a bunch of devices out there, and people are interested in the smartphone photography there. Do you have any kind of device or plans in your head to tackle that market and to say, okay, we have maybe a better system than triple cameras on some Chinese brands, or a single camera with an intelligent AI from a Google brand? Is there something which are coming soon and you can talk about?
Yeah, I don't think it's an either or thing. It's not multi-camera and more hardware or smarter software. It's a combination of both, right? And so I think if you believe that more cameras yield better image quality because you're capturing more light data, then you believe that the arrays will get a bit bigger. You know, we don't know if it's going to end at 5 or 6 or 7 camera modules, but we have prototypes already in development that are taking wildly successful photos in smartphone form factor that we're very excited about. So I think the future is very bright, and you're going to see more and more cameras coming to the back of smartphones very soon.
Okay, I think this interview was long enough, and we are hoping that we are reviewing this device pretty soon, and I get your promise from that.
We're going to go on a photo walk together, right?
Maybe, why not? And so if you have any questions, then just write them down into our comment sections or underneath the video here. And we will see. We will pass them over to Bradley via email, and hopefully he will answer every single question.
We love feedback. We take it very strongly to heart, and we are improving the product with feedback every day. So please send your questions our way.
Okay, you've heard that, and if you like the video, then give them a thumbs up and keep a track on our website on AndroidPIT.de or AndroidPIT.com or whatsoever other country we are for sending out this video. And yeah, that's it for the moment, and goodbye.